Yo, Tripolar Bear. We're going to talk about running random contracts, how much money you're going to make later on. But first, to start out, we're going to go a little overview, right? So in total, we made 1,000 chaos and raw random currencies, stack decks, and maps, etc. and whatnot. I'll break it down a little bit later after this, but we're going to go over how exactly you can get these bulk contracts, because there's a very, very easy way to buy bulk contracts and make a lot of money. And keep in mind, this number right here, we'll go over it again later. It does not include any money you make off rogue markers. So random contracts, you're going to want to buy these. They're heist contracts. You go to the rogue harbor by using a rogue marker. It's going to make a portal. You go there, you give them a contract, and you're going to hire some people, and you're going to run some of these contracts with these people, right? Now, how can you get all of these contracts super easily? Well, you can go to the Forbidden Trove. It's a Discord where you can buy and sell everything you could ever want in bulk. You can buy contracts in bulk, maps in bulk, fragments. You could even buy a build with currency, right? People will sell, a cast on crit build for 100 exalts or something like that, for example. So, bulk heist willing to sell ESC. That's Expedition Softcore. You're going to go here and you're going to find some dude who wants to sell softcore random contracts, 2.5C each. This dude's got 70 contracts, right? Or you can scroll down. You can find people like this if you want to buy a specific contract. But really, what you want to do is try to find someone in bulk. And that's what I did. I bought 130 contracts for 3 chaos each. It was a pretty good deal. I actually got them for a little bit less, but I find that 3C, to 3.5 is going to be about the average there. And it makes it really easy to do this, right? Instead of trying to just get like seven of these, or like, oh, I want 7 perceptions, right? I just bought bulk. I ran them all. All my people are leveled up. I made a bunch of money off the rogue markers. And it's really, really easy to do so. For these contracts, I ran them as I got them. I didn't roll them extra. I did some normal ones. I did some magic ones. I did some rare ones. Now, should you run them rare? If you can, yeah. It's always better to run them rare because you're going to have reduced raising of alert level. But I did them randomly as I got them, some normal, blue, and rare, so that I could have the lower end of kind of expected. Since these are random contracts, I wanted to try to have a lower end. Again, we'll talk about the money a little bit later into the video. It'll be a nice little summary of the Exilence Next and whatnot, the calculation and how much you make per contract. Now, you're going to want to grab a trinket, and that trinket is going to be a trinket if you have the money for it. Now, I get why you wouldn't, right? This is supposed to be a budget strategy, but if you can, you might as well grab a regal to exalt trinket. Now, you don't get too many regals, you don't get too many exalts from this, but if you're going to do this for a little bit, you might as well give yourself a chance, right? You can buy it for 75 chaos, 80 chaos, 100 chaos, even an exalt. And when you're done with it, if you don't get any exalts, whatever, dude. Like, I got an exalt. I did include it. I did not include it in my results, but I got one, right? And now I get to sell my trinket when I'm done doing the heist for close enough to what I got it for. So that's always a really good idea. You're also going to want to do, once you get all of your random contracts, you're going to want to do them specifically for one person each time. So if you're going to do lockpick contracts all at once, you're going to want to do all karst, right? You're going to want to level karst up to 5 right away by getting the objective at the end of the contract, right? There's a little thing that puts the whole place in lockdown. You do want to get those, even though it's a kind of annoying to get out. The rogue markers you get from that are like 3-4 chaos. So the rogue markers alone, most of the time, are going to pay for the random contract price. You're going to want to, if you can, get job speed. This isn't incredibly important. It just makes it a little bit faster. The most important thing you can do is grab a brooch that will have a chance to duplicate contained basic currency. This is very, very important. You're going to want to get at least a 13 to 15 roll, and these will be about 40 chaos. Now, you don't need these, but it is nice, right? I didn't include the trinket, but I did wear this, and I would do only lockpicking, right? I'd pound out all my lockpick contracts with this brooch on, which gives it a 13% chance to double the basic currency that you get, right? That's really good, dude. You're just getting 13% increased currency. And when you're done with this, just like the trinket, you can sell it, which makes it super, super easy to make a lot of money on this. And then you go ahead and you sell it to someone else if you're done with heist, right? So I would do all my lock picking on karst. Then I'd move over if I wanted to do some Nile stuff. I'd level Niles up to 5, or, you know, a better example is Vendiri. I leveled up Vendiri through all the demolition contracts to 5, and then I took my brooch and I put it on Vendiri. If you don't know, you open these menus with V for Vendetta. Right, you put this in here, you do all your Vendiri ones, and then it's like, oh, yo, it's time for Gianna. All right, then you put this brooch on Gianna, right? Super, super simple. You're always getting that extra currency bonus. So we talked about the contracts. We talked about gearing, whether you should get a trinket, whether you should do them normal, right? Again, doing them normal is okay. If you're having problems surviving on the way out, I advise you to do that. There are some rippy mods on the contracts, right? A rare contract is going to give minus lightning res per 25 alert level. Well, you get 100 alert level once you go into lockdown. So you have to be careful. There's some things that give like minus max resistance. Honestly, you know, just roll them so that they don't have reflect. You see here, this has no mods on it. But if you roll some mods on it, you're getting alert level reduction. You're getting extra time before lockdown. And you're also getting extra reinforcements and quantity from all those monsters. The quantity doesn't influence chests, but the reduced raising of alert level does give you extra chance at all of those small chests. So now we're going to talk about how much exactly I made from 130 random contracts at 3 chaos each. If you make any money from this, make sure you subscribe. All right. You better hit that sub button. I'll do the little dingly, you know, whatever thing over here. But, you know, subscribe. Let me know how it goes for you, okay? Do all the things, all right? Do all the things down there. I don't know. Comment, all this stuff, all right? But here you go. Making money. How much I made and everything else, all right? Boom. We made 1,226, right? We didn't spend any money rolling them. We didn't spend any money on rogue markers. We actually made money on rogue markers, right? So 1,226. You know, let's just make it like 1,200, right? 1,200. We'll say maybe 26 chaos in cheese or whatever else, right? So minus our cost of like 400, right? We bought 130 contracts at like about 3C each. And then maybe you spend 10C re-rolling a couple of the curses or something like that, right? We made 800 chaos, but, you know, divided by, what is it going to be? 113, like whatever exalts are, plus 2.2 that we made in rogue markers, right? So over all those contracts, right, you know, I made 9.2 exalts today, right? Almost 9.3. And that's excluding any lucky exalts. That's excluding the shavs I got. The 8 passive minion cluster, right? I'm taking out, I've taken out all of the lucky stuff, right? So this is like the baseline-ish, right? Because it is random contracts, right? I got an exalt from this. I'm going to get an exalt from my shavs. You know, we have a 90C, right? Like, here's my intuitive leap, right? We've got a 90C here. You know, whatever else isn't priced in at the 6C or whatever it is, like any random synthesized thing, like I could get, like, you know, I might be able to, from this bow, get 4 exalts, right? I might be able to get 4x from this bow because it's a minion damage at item level 83 and minion people would want that. You know, I might get 1.5 exalts from my fractured T1 life Abyss Jewel, but I can't include that stuff, right? So like my profit is much higher than that, but it could be because I got lucky. Oopsies. I'm not selling this. All right. So yeah, I mean, we made 9.2 with nothing, right? Over 130, or, you know, let's actually just multiply this by, let's do 9.2 exalts times 113. So we made 1,000 chaos profit. That means over 130 contracts, every random contract, right? We got around 8 chaos. That's pretty fucking sick, dude. That's pretty good. You get 8C on average for the random ones, right? If it's truly random. If it's, you know, really random. And mine did seem pretty random, right? We had pretty equal chances of everything. That's pretty good. With no lucky drops, that's pretty nice. Most of the money, stacked decks. Chaos, got 10x shards. That's pretty cool. You get these from, you know, some currency things. You get them from some Harbinger things, right? Fusings, regrets. Lots of jeweler orbs from 6 sockets, 5 ancients, right? Currency. Then we got 5 city squares, right? These sell for 60 each. If you don't want to sell maps, I mean, you know, that's your thing, but it's a 6 chaos drop every time you get a map, right? That's pretty big. And you can sell them in bulk too if you want to. You got some bound fossils, right? The Sephiroth, you know, a couple lucky divs. But like most of it, right, is just like these raw currencies. And then it goes down. You're getting some sextants, some splinters. Emperor's Luck is like 13 chaos of cheese, right? There's a little cheese here and there. You know, I got a rain of splinters, you know, random shit like that. But you know, all in all, like pretty fucking good, dude. Pretty fucking good. Yeah, you can sell maps in bulk, especially on TFT, right? You go over to TFT and you sell everything in bulk. But hey, man, that's pretty good, dude. All right, you do a random contract. You're going to get 8 chaos profit. 8 chaos profit, right?